Happy Fairly Friday, members! I know that the last time I shoved something in your face, it was super out of focus, I think. But this time I'm going to hold it over here where it is in focus. My cat knocked over my recording setup, so my camera's in a different place, so if it is not properly lined up, you already know what that means. It means I'm going to have to fix it for the next video. But happy Fairly Friday, everybody. I said on my stream that I was starting a brand new series for the members, and I would like to apologize that I am not starting that new series right now. I might not even ever start it. To show you that I'm so sorry, I decided to wear the bluest hat that I have. The cat hamburger is also sorry as well. But when I was doing that stream, I got this amazing idea of let's look at stuff from the old original Treasure and Bones, which is now called Treasure and Bones Classic, in honor of me restarting development on Treasure and Bones. It's a thing I do on the live streams. You should watch my live streams on the Fairly Minis channel. Basically, I have restarted development on the game. We'll see how far we can get into developing it this year. Maybe we'll actually finish it and finally release Treasure and Bones. That would be crazy. Here are some things that were planned for the game but never ended up actually making it in. The first thing we have is none other than the Revival Staff. This was one of the first items I concepted when I made Treasure and Bones. On Construct, I was having so much trouble with the game already. I have no idea how I actually finished that game in Construct. It was just a mess of just things happening everywhere, and if one thing was slightly off, the entire game would break. But the idea of the Revival Staff was it was an item that you can get in the chest, as Skeleton would get it, and then if the skeleton used the Revival Staff and any of the skeletons were dead, it would pick one at random to revive them, and then they would restart from the beginning. It was kind of just like a second life, which I definitely want to add this in the new version of the game. This would be so fun to see one of your friends fall and get killed, and then they get revived, and then they make it all the way to the end. Oh, that would be so actually cool. So this definitely needs to make a return. The next two things are related to hats. I wanted to have particles for the different hats in the game. This one was for the festive hat. It's a snowflake. So if the skeleton had the festive hat on, little snowflakes would float around. I didn't end up doing this because I think I couldn't figure out how to actually get it working in Construct, but this would be a cool idea to do in the Unity version. And the other one I had is for the beehive hat was bees. A lot of people are like, the beehive hat is kind of ugly. You can't really tell what it is. It looks a little bit like a pyramid, and it was supposed to make a lot more sense because the bees would be flying around it, and that would make more sense that it's a beehive. But because I couldn't get this in, and I couldn't think of another hat to replace it, I just kept the beehive hat in, but there's no bees, so it just looks a little bit weird. Oh my goodness, I can't yawn, it's Fairly Friday. The next thing was an item that I had planned before the game even had hats, and it was the headgear. There's a section where rocks fall from the ceiling and can destroy you. Before the skeletons actually would walk to the area where the rocks were falling, I actually had a check that would say, are they going to put on headgear or not? And if they put on headgear and the rocks fall, it would actually hit the headgear and it wouldn't kill them. So this was an item to prevent them from taking damage. But once I created the hats, it was weird to have them swap out their hat for this hat. And it was just a confusing thing to look at visually. So I decided to remove that. I don't think that'll come back for the new game, but if it does, I'll probably make it some sort of like floating barrier or something around them. Okay, the last three things that we're gonna look at are explosion effects. I wanted the skeletons to explode into different particles depending on the hat that they were wearing. So this is the burger explosion, which would happen if they were wearing the burger hat. There's like ketchup and mustard and like lettuce flying everywhere. This is really funny. I don't know why this never ended up making it into the game. There probably was some sort of limitation with Construct, and I couldn't figure it out in the time, and so it just got scrapped. But this would have been so cool. There's also the snow explosion for the festive hat. This would have been really cool too. And of course, if you had the jelly hat, there would have been a slime explosion, which kind of gruesome, not gonna lie. I don't think I would do this nowadays. But that's all I have for this Fairly Friday. I hope you guys are enjoying the year so far, and I hope you've been enjoying Fairly Friday. Man, it's so fun to be making a video for you guys every single week. I look forward to sitting down and recording this and seeing how you guys feel about the video. I just like looking back at old stuff. I need to do some more series that have to do with more new stuff. But anyways, that's all for this video. Next Friday, we're going to be talking about friendly fields in Jelly Fields. Gonna just sit down, look at the biome. I'm going to talk about the art, talk about the different things that I have in it, and the balance, and some other stuff. We'll see what happens. But okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye.